What's up, everybody? Hope everybody's doing well today. Sorry if I sound a little dull. It's a little late at night, or I guess it's 1:40. It's not that late. I kind of got up early. Today I kind of I guess the video is gonna seem kind of doom and gloom, but it's a positive video if that makes sense. I mean, I guess it'll kind of make sense as I go through. It's just something I've been thinking about recently. Also, before I start, I just want to let everybody know I have been streaming again. I'm trying to stream 2 to 3 times per week, all weekdays. Two of the VODs are up on my channel still, and that's just me and my friend Zach. His channel is Zach Attack. I linked it in the stream's description. I'll also link it in the description of this video and the pinned comment. I don't know he's new to YouTube, and similar to me, and he's fucking cool. He's my best friend since third grade, so it's been a long fucking time. But yeah, anyways, back to my point of the video today. Now that shit's out the way, I kind of came to a realization recently. So while at my new job, I was talking to one of my coworkers about another coworker, and we were talking about him. It's this guy, the guy I'm talking to. We'll just give him a name. We'll say his name's Bob. I was talking to Bob about a coworker named Jeff. All right. And Bob is the same age as me. He is 24 years old. And we were talking about Jeff. Jeff is an 18-year-old. He's a really nice dude. And we were just talking about like how well he's doing at the job so quickly. Um and I was just kind of like, like, I wonder why that is. And we kind of came up to the assumption that it was like he's just a super happy dude. Like, it's like, imagine if like a golden retriever and a squirrel were a person. Like, he's like the energy of like a squirrel, but then also like, he's like friendly with every single person. And so it's like, I can't imagine this guy having a bad day. And obviously everybody has bad days. My point being though, like, if he did, I can't imagine it would like kind of slow him down. And so we were talking about it, and Bob said something to me about Jeff. He said, he still has that light in his eyes. Um, Nothing bad's happened to him yet. And at the time, I agreed. I was like, Bob, you're right. Like, that might be it. Like, this guy, freshly out of high school, like just graduated. Like, what's he got to be stressed about? But obviously, like, that's I come to realize, like, a little bit later, that's fucking crazy. Everybody's stressed about something. Like, that's just how life is. That's how life works. And so, kind of talking about this, and it just made me think, right? I mean, that's the end of that story right there. I just kind of was like using that to explain what made me think about this. And so, it was making me think, like, why am I such a negative person sometimes? Like, realistically, nothing that bad has happened to me in life, like, compared to like shit that can happen. Like, I've never been part of a war. I've never been in like anything like serious like that. Like, the worst things that have happened in my life is that, like, I've had two, like, mean ex-girlfriends, and I got fired from my last job and had a tough time finding a new one. That's not fucking like that's not a hard life, man. Like, I have a good life. I've always had a good life. And I think, honestly, it just takes time sometimes, like a step back, just to be like, wow, like, I'm not grateful for shit that I have. And it's wild. Like, I got this computer right now that I'm making this video on, right? I built this during COVID. Like, all this shit, like, like, I don't know. It just it made me realize today that I was like, damn, like, I have no reason to be such a negative person. Like, I feel like I kind of like lost the plot in life. And, like, I think every day, like, when I wake up, I was just like, man, like, I hope this doesn't happen today. I hope this doesn't happen today. And it's like waking up every day, I'm like spawn camped by like bad emotions, like being like, oh, like, I hope this doesn't happen. Not like, oh, I hope this happens. I hope this happens. Like, I'm fucking waking up with a negative emotion. And so now that I've been thinking about that, my goal is to try to be a more positive person. I mean, obviously it has been for a while, but to make like active steps towards that. So whether that be like, like glass half full kind of thing, like, oh, like this happened, but at least I got this out of it, right? Like, oh, I lost my last job, but at least I'm getting a new life experience out of it. Like that's kind of cool. So like I'm just trying to change my kind of my perspective. And honestly, what I'm saying here, I guess, isn't fucking like revolutionary. I'm sure most people could have come to that conclusion themselves. But I don't know why it took me until like, seeing seeing my boy Jeff just be such a happy guy to be like, wow, like I can be if I want to be, why am I not? And yeah, like that's really like I don't know. I'm this is a fucking dumb video, I guess, at the end of the day, because I'm just rambling about some dumb shit. But like, I'm doing this right now. This makes me happy, Like, I don't know. I guess I'm trying to be more appreciative for the things I have. Like, I appreciate everybody that watches the videos. Like that shit means a lot to me. It really does. And so, like, I don't know. The goal is to be less of an asshole, less of like a Debbie Downer, and not just be happy about like what I have and all that stuff. Like obviously that's great, but like just be happy that like I have the ability to just live and be happy, Like that's and obviously like that's hard to do sometimes. Like, like I've had like, I have like an issue with like seasonal depression, but right now it's summertime, baby. Like this doesn't like completely fix anything, but like it makes it significantly better. Like significantly. And that's a good thing, right? Like that's something that I'm happy about. That's something that, you know, may not be in my control, but at least right now is going great. And that's wonderful. And so I guess the point of the video is just to, like maybe there's some negative shit going on in your life, at the end of the day, or like something bad happened. I mean, you could always bounce back. That's the great part, right? Like, I mean, I lost my job. Am I back in my field yet that I want to be in? No, but I finally got a job. I'm on my way working towards bouncing back. And that, that's a good thing. That's a positive step in the right direction, in my life. And I gotta, be more thankful for that. Cause right now, I was just like, oh, like I don't even want to do this job. It's not the field I want to be in. It's not like the job I want. But obviously the job I want and the field I want to be in aren't a choice right now, at the end of the day. And not saying that'll never be a choice, but it is hard like getting into like my dream career field and having a tough time getting back into it now that I got laid off. But I have faith it'll happen. I keep doing freelance projects and all that. I'm doing stuff in my own time. I'm keeping my personal website up to date. So all that stuff is going well. And I just think a big part of that is, I'm optimistic for the future. Things are trending in the right direction, and as long as I keep them going that way, I'm happy. Do I like the job I have right now? Hell no. But am I happy I could at least, pay my bills again? Fuck yeah, I am. Dude, like that shit was so stressful. I don't care if my job was fucking taking out trash right now. Like obviously that wouldn't be like ideal. Well, I guess garbage men make fucking bank, to be fair. But like that wouldn't be ideal for the field I want to be in, and it's not a great look on the resume since it's not in that field. But at the end of the day, like what's more important than my resume? Paying my bills. And that's what I get to do right now. And so I'm just trying to have a more positive outlook on that. And I guess it's not just like for me, it's like about like the job stuff, but for you guys, it could be anything, right? Whether you're like talking to some girl and it ends up poorly and all that. It's like, oh man, like she ended up being super rude or super mean or whatever it is, right? And that's great, like it might suck ass, but you could at least think back on like, oh, like at least these times were positive. This was good about this. This was bad about this. I know this going into next time for like the next person I'm, like, pursuing, I guess, right? Like you could basically use any negative experience to help yourself move forward, I guess, and it's not like, I mean, I'm not saying some groundbreaking shit, at the end of the day. Like it's just, I guess something that is so fucking simple, but it took me so long to like get through my head. And so, that's kind of the whole point of what I'm like talking about right now is just that this, I mean, this channel, honestly, if I'm being real, is like therapy for me. It's just such, it's a, it's a good release to talk about shit that stresses me out, stuff that, has been bothering me, or, it's a good thing to talk about things that have been going well. So I could look back in the future and be like, man, like I made this video when this shitty thing happened. Oh, but I also made this video when something great happened, right? Like the I'm never going to get a job video after that terrible interview. And then, a couple months later, I finally got a job. So, or like I'm no longer unemployed is what the video is called, like it's cool to like, I'll be able to always go back and look at that now. And at the time when I posted the, I'll never get a job or whatever the fuck the video is called, the one that popped off, at that time, I was like, yo, like I am never getting a job. Like I believed that because that interview was so bad. And like all the other like interviews just weren't going well in the field I was looking for. Oh, well, I really didn't get any interviews in that field besides like that one and one other one that panned out to nothing as well. But yeah, so like, like that sucked. And I was really like in a shitty headspace there. And then to go back and be like, I finally got a job, like that's so badass. Like I'm so happy I could like go back and see that. And I'll always have that to go back and check and be like, look, I was so negative and like down in the dumps right here. And then just like less than 2 months later, I was so happy because like my situation kind of turned around. Not a full 360 or not a full 180, but like a 120, we're heading towards the right direction. So yeah, I don't know. I guess maybe my advice is to fucking make a YouTube channel. I don't know. I don't think anybody watches my videos for advice. I think, honestly, I don't know why anybody watches the videos. I feel like I'm just ranting about some dumb shit. I mean, I hope you guys find it relatable, I guess, at the end of the day, right? Like, I'm just trying to talk about my real experiences and, like, you know, how I feel at certain points in life in certain situations. But yeah, man, like, it's been something that's been on my mind. I've been really happy. Um, the fact that I even have a job, the job has been not great. Like I'm gonna be honest with you, it's not fun. It's not what I want to do. It's not what I'd ever see myself doing. It's not what I see myself doing forever, obviously. But but it's I'm happy I can pay the bills. I guess like I'm happy to have the ability to make money now. And not for the sake of money, but like for the sake of like being able to live. Because at the end of the day, I don't really think you know money is what I care about the most. It's not like I need, I'm not like, oh, I need to make 200K a year. Like that's just as long as my needs are met and I'm making what I need to make to like live comfortably and happy. I'm happy, man. Like that's all I really need. I'm not like would it be dope as fuck to have like 4 mil right now? Fuck yeah, it would. Like that'd be crazy. But at the same time, it's like, am I gonna be more happy with that? Maybe a little, but like I don't know. I feel like a lot of stuff I'm unhappy about is like I want a job in my field that's not going to change if I'm a millionaire, if I'm broke, right? So I want a job in my field. So money wouldn't fix that at the end of the day. A job in my field would pay me more money. That would be great. But like I just like programming. I like coding, so that's what I want to do. And whether that pays me 70K or 700K, obviously wouldn't do that. But 70K or 700K, I'm just as happy. because I'm getting to do what I would like to do with my life. And that makes me feel like, you know, I'm in the driver's seat. But yeah, like obviously everybody has their own thing that they look for, right? Like that they need in life. That's their want. Their big reason like why they do what they do. And I guess, if you find what that is, you're already like halfway there. The other half is just, getting to it now. Right? So like, I mean, sure I was a full stack developer and I had a job in my field, but also that job in my field paid me not great at all, for like what it could pay. And I was not like, I wasn't like, I was like I barely had enough to basically like cover myself and save a little on the side, and that now, like next time I get a job in the field, that won't be a problem, hopefully. But yeah, man, I guess I just made the video to kind of talk about like, no matter how shitty things are going, they can always turn around at the end of the day. Like, it happens, dude. The amount of times I've said like this video is probably fucking ridiculous. So I'm so sorry about that. I just don't have a script. I don't really do that. I kind of just want to like talk and be real about it. So yeah, I appreciate everybody watching the video. I guess like I said, the point that I think is just, focus on all the positive things that have happened, right? Even positive things that have happened because of negative things, right? Like before, I would not have looked at this job as a positive. But since I lost my job before and I had such a hard time finding a new job, this shitty job feels like a blessing, you know? So I hope everybody here is doing well. I hope you guys are all killing it. I hope you guys are all happy. And if not, I hope you guys can find, what makes you happy and pursue that. But yeah, I'm also going to leave like a little like clip towards the end of the video here, or not towards the end, like at the end of the video. It's just going to be some clips of Zach and I's live streams. You guys are gonna love those. I hope. I mean, if not, no worries. You guys don't have to watch those. So just to let you know, the video is gonna end like right here, and those clips are gonna be starting in a bit. It's just some small clips from the couple streams we did together. So to see if you guys do want to check them out or not. But I appreciate everybody listening. I hope you all have a great day, and I hope you guys are all super happy. Deuces. A little hair loss commercial. Put Joe Rogan in a wig. Call it Joe Rogaine. You see what I'm saying, dude? That's selling, dude. You're buying at that point.
I don't think I am buying, actually. I don't think I am buying.
You're
What kind of
telling
wig
me
do you think Joe Rogan would wear?
a blonde
Honestly,
one.
I don't even think
A
hair
blonde,
would suit
really
him.
bad one. He was made for no hair.
I feel like he was made for no hair. I don't think he's built for hair.
That's actually a good point. I can't even imagine him with arm hair now that I'm thinking about it.
What?
I can't
He's
imagine him.
just smooth, just straight smooth.
I imagine him as like someone. If you put some baby oil on him, he'll be real hard to catch. That's how I view.
All I know is I'm looking great. Fucker. Oh my god, I feel the rush. I feel the rush.
Okay, I bet 1,000. Did you have it? Oh my god, you
True.
psycho. Here, let's get you further up here. Let's get you. Dude, do you like snowboarding by chance?
Do you? Fuck.